So, what we're talking about today is the Super Bowl performance and the cultural moment that emerged from it. And what is that cultural moment about, y'all? It's about love.
Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Hey. You know we about the love. You know I want the love. You know you need the love. You know we want the love. You know I want the love. You know we need the love. You know I got the love. Man, can you feel the love? Can you feel the love? You know I give you love. You know we giving love. You know we need your love. You know I love your love. You know I need your love. You know I need your love. We be giving love. Can you feel the love? No, we need love.
All right, so let's jump right in it. So, I know you're saying, what is she talking about? Love. It's a football game. But did you guys see the opening show during the singing of the national anthem? There was a gentleman that performed in sign language, and he's trending right now. So there's articles all over the internet. You can go back and watch the clips. His name is Warren Wawa Snipe. Okay, and he was a hit. So let me tell you about this man, y'all. He is deaf and he is a performer. He actually has created an album for deaf people where he acts out the movements and mouths the words as well. And it's really, really good stuff, so that this way, those that cannot hear can still experience a love for music. So, why did I want to talk about this topic today? Okay, so I'm going to bring my psychology background into it. There is a model that I use when counseling my couples, okay? And it's called Sternberg's triangular theory of love. And what that theory says is that there are three building blocks for love, okay? Shout out to Dr. Strebeck at William Carey University, right? But what that theory is you need passion, you need intimacy, and you need commitment to carry out a long term love. And typically, this model is used, like I said, for married people or people in long term committed situations or people aspiring to get to that place. Okay. So I use this a lot with my couples. But, what struck me was this man's passion. As you can see in the clips that I'm showing in this video, his facial expressions, his energy, his eye contact, his whole nonverbal self is so passionate. And could you imagine if we all lived in each moment that passionately, how great our lives would be and how much happiness we would experience from moment to moment. And that's why I thought this was such a great cultural moment because, this man, though he experienced a handicap and a disability, he turned that into a career and a passion. And he shows so much energy and zeal for life, even in spite of this handicap. So, this man has come a long way. He's really a really big proponent for the ASL, and he really stands up for, experiencing life as fully as we can for those that can't hear. So, and they say, if you have lemons, make lemonade. He's really, really done this. But if I go back to the theory, there it is. Um, Passion, commitment, and intimacy. Okay. So, how does this relate to this man's life? Okay. Passion is evident, and passion is really like you can't not do it. It's so desirable, and it fuels your heart space so much that you can't ignore it, and you have to move forward with it, and you have to do it. and you feel so good when you do it that you want to do it again. And that's what passion is. That fervor, that energy, that true connection to something outside of yourself, right? You feel passionately about it. You feel passionate about making music. You feel passionate about art. You feel passionate about helping people in certain ways, or, charity work, or ministry work, or mission work, or eating a certain way, or exercising a certain way. What do you truly feel passionate for? That's what this human experience is about. The human experience is about stimulating and utilizing all of the senses that we have and really experiencing matter. This is a physical reality. We can touch things, we can smell things, we can see things, we can taste things, we can hear things. This man took hearing, something that he cannot do, and turned it into a passion and turned it into a lifestyle for himself. So I really wanted to hit home on passion. Passion is what fuels that love. Okay, now intimacy. So he must have spent a lot of quality time with music and sign language and signing and translation. He must have put work in. As you can see, he's very comfortable in what he's doing. And when you practice and put that extra effort and energy into something, it begins to come naturally to you and it begins to flow to you. And this is evident in his performance at the Super Bowl and in his career. He took something that he's passionate about and he put some time and effort into it. And by putting that extra time and that effort into it, he became really good and really expressive and really good at his performance and his delivery, right? And then the last thing is that commitment. Can you commit to it? If it's something that you don't feel like your heart space is truly connected to, it's hard to commit to it. Just think about relationships for people that you meet someone, but you're like, I don't know if I really want to put all my energy into this person. I don't know if I see this person as the one I'm settling down in with, and then eventually you lose interest. The passion may be there, and may be fun, and they may be irresistible when you first see them, but after you've kind of moved over that mountain and you've had that physical experience with them and that passionate moment, is it going to last? Can you actually spend time together? A lot of times things look really good on the outside, but when you really start to spend time with that person, you get turned off. They don't really have the same interests that you do. They don't really listen to you in a way that makes you feel heard. You don't really connect. They look good and maybe they feel good on your arm, and maybe you had that passionate experience because, you know, on the outside they check a lot of the boxes. But can you really be intimate with this person? They say, like, in relationships, when you know that you're crossing over that threshold, is, people that eventually, use the bathroom with the door open, or, don't go to bed with makeup on, these things. Can you really be intimate with this person and spend that quality time? you know. And in this example, in this coachable moment, you can tell that this guy is committed to what he does because he's got a lot of content on YouTube, on the internet, articles, how he's really trying to pioneer a new perspective for music in the deaf community. So he really did develop a commitment and intimacy and passion for what he did at the Super Bowl. So, this is something we should all think about. What are you passionate about? And could you imagine if you created a whole lifestyle, a whole life around the things that you're passionate about? How great life would be. We have this worker bee mentality that's been kind of drilled home, drilled into us, and taught to us from a very young age to just work and pay bills and work and pay bills and work a little more and pay some more bills. But that work that you're putting in, do you feel passion for it? You may be committed, but if there's no intimacy and there's no passion, it's going to feel empty. It's really going to feel like empty love. So when you think about your life, what are you passionate about? Come on now, it's 2021. 2020 was crazy. We're moving into a new time, a new space, and a new year. What do you feel passionate about? Think about these things. So spiritually, okay. So what spiritually is coming to me right now? Now, I've been posting up videos on here about my spiritual practices and experiences, and it through my awakening process, I learned how intuitive I am. So I've developed the ability to read cards. And this is something I feel passionate about because, I love to take time doing it. And I just feel like this is something I cannot do today because it makes me feel more connected to God. And it makes me feel more connected to my spiritual guides and support. So this is something I like to share with you all. So what is coming through the cards is listen. Listen to your heart. Listen to the music. Music is the one thing known across the board humanity, across the board all cultures that reduces anxiety. So just think about it. This man created a whole lifestyle around a career that's exciting and exhilarating and no anxiety. Just fun, right? So Manju Shri says, listen, Athena says detach from the drama, okay? So that means like all the drama of what you think people will say, or this one may compare themselves to you, or you're comparing yourself to them, or the drama from maybe this relative and this the partner, all this, detach from that, put it off to the side, and trust your heart. If your heart is telling you, oh man, there's nothing more that I'd rather do than paint, follow that. I'm not saying go quit your job today, but I'm saying if painting is something you feel passionately about, spend some quality time with it. And I guarantee the right ideas will come to you at the right time to guide you on a path that will allow you to do more of what you want to do. All right? And then Archangel Michael says, you could do it. Just that simple. You could do it. You could do it. It's time. So let me just show you the cards. We have Athena, detached from drama. And then we have Archangel Michael, and he's saying you could do it. And then they're saying it's time to act upon your plans now. It is time. Creativity is rewarded, and that's going to bring you the abundance, and that's going to bring you more resources. Diversify your income. Why are we dependent upon one stream of income? Millionaires, billionaires, they don't put all their eggs in one basket. They diversify. So if painting is something you feel passionate about, art, music, sports, whatever it is, pursue it because you need to diversify your income. Keep your eyes on the big picture and leave the details to others. Experiences that lead to success, genuine concern for others. So, that's coming from Gabriel. Keep your eyes on the big picture. I think that's the biggest message there. The big picture is this is what you really love to do. The big picture is by doing this thing, you're going to help others and you're going to help yourself feel more connected by helping others. And that's the big picture. All that worry about what your partner's going to think and, what they said to you in high school that you couldn't do it or you can't public speak because, you're quiet or shy. Whatever rigmarole you heard, whatever the dialogue was, that kind of played over and over again. Remember the big picture. And then a dream come true. Believe in yourself, the end of difficult situations. The more you believe in yourself, the less you will struggle, the easier it will get. The more you'll be able to surrender your worry and your anxiety and give it to God and move forward. That's what this is about. And we are each responsible for the thoughts we think. Nobody can control what you think. Your thoughts will impact how you feel, which impacts how your body responds to the environment, which will impact your behavior. So know that there's no such thing as victim, okay? What it is the thoughts we have. Now, traumatic things happen to people. Don't get me wrong. Traumatic things happen. Bad things happen. And in those situations, they should not happen to that person. But what I'm saying is holding that thought of victim will keep you there. If you think of yourself as a survivor, as a thriver from that trauma, as a thriver from that handicap of not hearing, then you can move forward and manifest anything that you desire. You are a creator. I can earn money by doing what I love to do. Yes, you can earn money by doing what you want to do. And the law of attraction adds power to both problems and the solution. So just know what you focus on is what you get. So you can magnetize good to yourself or you can magnetize bad. And then Jesus, I will not leave you comfortless. I will come to you. He's there to support you as you work towards your passions, as you work towards your dreams and your goals and those things that you truly desire. Give, and it shall be given to you. The more that you give of your time and your energy and of your talents, more of that will come to you as well. More people will give to you. More people will respect your talents. More people will express their talents around you. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Let them see your good works. A lot of times we put it off to the side, our talents, because we gotta work and pay bills, work and pay bills, and we put our talents off. But no, let your good works shine before men. And lastly, divine sisterhood. This is my Isis deck. What that's saying is that by focusing on your passions and focus on a service orientation to the world, you're creating a community. You're creating a community that will give to you as you give to it. And that's what life and heaven on earth truly is about. The darkness. So what that means is those negative energies get small when you really focus on your passions and your dreams. You can turn darkness into light by shedding more light on it. It's just that simple. And just know that, the goddess of 1,000 names, that's the last card. What that means is you're not just that kid from whatever high school who fell in the courtyard that was mocked for being clumsy and a poor speaker or a poor athlete or whatever it is. You're not that person. You're more than that. You have many names, many roles. You've probably had many lifetimes. It's a true possibility. You could have been here before. You could have done this before. You could have other lifetimes going on now. Who do we know? We don't know for sure. You don't know for sure. But you're more than what your name is because we're just spiritual beings having a human experience. Our energy doesn't disappear into nothingness, it goes somewhere else. That energy never disintegrates into nothing. It just moves on to another form, to another dimension, to another situation. My words that I'm speaking now are initiating a vibrational pattern that is reverberating out into the universe. So these words do not just dissipate into space into nothing. They're holding energy. and they're holding energy and going out into the ethers. And these words will magnetize and magnify this energy in my direction. So, what you speak is very powerful and very important. Be very mindful of what you are saying about yourself, and to others. So, that's what I got, The time to act. Keep your eyes on the big picture. Believe in yourself. You are responsible for what you think. You can add to the problem or the solution. It's up to you. And I will not leave you comfortless. I will come to you. You are not alone. You can pursue your passions and succeed. So that's what I got. It was a great performance. Thank you, Wawa. We enjoyed it. We appreciate your passion and your energy, and know that passion is important, because without it, you're not going to hold love for that thing or that person or that situation for very long. I love you. Great coachable moment. Myers Life.
I'm alive, 6, 7, 8, feeling great. 9, gonna shine, life is good. I'm doing fine, 10, gonna do it right and do it again, yeah. I look into the sky with all its beautiful color, but there's more than just for me, so gonna share it with another. I got to show, to give, let out. I want to sing and shout, take a look and see a beautiful morning that turns into a beautiful evening, and together make a beautiful life. And if you wanna see, then come along with me, that's right. And if you want a good tomorrow, it's pretty simple, gotta find a light to follow. And if you do, you have
The Myers helped me face the issues that were tearing my relationship apart. They provided a safe environment to work through those difficult issues associated with our children, work, finances, trust, and intimacy. I feel I achieved a closeness and a renewed commitment to my relationship. I highly encourage couples to face their challenges and give the Myers a call.
We want to thank the Myers for all of their support. We were on the brink of a divorce.
We just could not communicate. We would have the same argument over and over again.
But after a great deal of reflection, we actually enjoy being around each other again. You taught us skills that have helped us manage conflict.
Yeah, we had a great spiritual conversation with a couple that had vested interest in helping us find our peace.
As a startup entrepreneur, I have been able to leverage the Myers coaching. First of all, they are a sounding board for my personal anxieties as I develop and fine-tune my leadership. I would get so irritated. I now have a plan to manage my anger and a support system that holds me accountable. They are non-judgmental people with tremendous skill and talent, an asset for anyone trying to develop professionally.
You know I want the love. You know you need the love. You know we want the love. You know I want the love. You know we need the love. You know I got the love. Man, can you feel the love? Can you feel the love? You know I give you love. You know we giving love. You know we need your love.